Yeah, so I was talking about vitamin D, sweetheart. So in order, unfortunately, we do have deficiency of vitamin D, and the best way to do is supplement it to some extent. You do get in food like Brussels sprouts, mushroom, but to meet our requirement is very low. But it's really important in order to take vitamin D supplement, you need to do a blood test first and see if it's low. Because if you have
Right.
too much of, if you take supplements and it exceeds the toxicity level in the liver is very high. So don't take it on your own. Go through a professional person and figure out your vitamin D post a blood
Okay,
test.
great. So
Oh my
if we can
god.
just run through in like maybe one-liners everything that we've covered
Okay,
until
but
now, so
okay.
then maybe yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly ask you the questions. You can just answer in one line and we'll be
Okay.
done. So why I want to do this is because so that at least the Miss Diva page can save this live and it
Oh,
can
sure,
help.
sure, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'm happy to
Okay.
reply.
Okay. So the first one is how would you suggest we can avoid cravings, especially for desserts and junk food?
So as I said, don't buy unhealthy food home. In quarantine, you are in control. You don't have servants going and getting your food. If you don't have food in front of your eyes, you're not going to eat it. Make sure you plan your meals throughout the day so that you know what you're going to eat. You only crave for junk and wrong food when you're starving and you don't know what food options are there. So keep your fruits, nuts, all your healthy stuff, sprouts, makhana in front of your eyes. So you just grab onto that when you're hungry.
Okay, great. The second question is how would you suggest that we follow a good sleep cycle and get good sleep at night?
Leave your phone aside. The phone, the rays that come, the blue rays reduces the melatonin which signals your brain to sleep. So avoid that. Next, second thing is have a bit of jaifal, which is your nutmeg. Sow it a little in your herbal tea or a warm water with cinnamon or something. Jaifal induces sleep. Too much of jaifal causes hallucination. So go easy, just a pinch of nutmeg.
Okay, just a pinch. Okay. How would you suggest people sitting at home, working from home, increase their energy levels? And you know, what are the foods that they can include just so that they feel energetic enough?
So, why do you feel low in energy? It's very important to know that simply because you're eating wrong food, especially food which is high in carbs and sugar, like your cakes, chocolates, or probably pizzas, which give a big blood glucose rise. Your insulin is spiked up for the very limited time, and then it crashes, and then you start feeling uncomfortable, tired, fatigued. So, again, guys, eat clean food. If you're going to eat roti, dal, sabji, have fruits, nuts, homemade snacks, you're not going to feel lethargic and fatigued at all.
Okay. And for the women suffering from PMS symptoms, and also a lot of cramps and all of the different things that women go through, what is another thing that you would suggest for them?
So, when you have PMS symptoms, remember the bloat is due to your estrogen level, which is high before getting your periods, which is a very normal thing to happen. Fluctuation in hormones is what creates periods. Too much fluctuation is an issue. Your prolactin levels go high because of that. A lot of women have mood swings, bad sleeping pattern, and severe headache. Also, a lot of women go through constipation because their luteinizing hormone is high. So it's a very normal thing to go through. The best way, if your symptoms are unbearable, then there is an issue. In that case, is usually because your diet is low in fat. So make sure you have good quality fat. There's something called seed cycling in where you eat pumpkin seeds and flax seeds and sesame and sunflower seeds for a month in order to balance your estrogen progesterone levels. Include iron rich food in your diet for sure, especially in your bleeding phase because you lose a lot of iron. So including foods such as your garden cress seeds, dates in your diet will help to increase your iron levels.
Okay. And you also spoke about certain supplements like omega and stuff, which is really good for your skin and hair. So if you could
Yeah.
just repeat what are the supplements that we should
So,
include?
I know a lot of women keep asking me how to improve their skin. One of the best things is include diet rich in omega-3, which is your walnuts, flax seeds, and fish. But if you're not able to get the amount required, which we usually don't get through our diet, then you need a supplement of omega 3000 mg, where your EPA and DHA in the labeling should be at least above 500 to give you the results.
Okay.
Take it for a short period of time. Nuts are excellent for good skin. Avocados and a glass of vegetable juice of beetroot, carrot, or green vegetables such as celery, mint, and cucumber.
Okay, wow, great. And also, I would really love it if you could repeat for our viewers what you said about identifying what is healthy. Like, remember, we spoke about how girls think the thinner you are, the healthier you are, which is completely wrong. So,
So
yeah.
all of us today, due to Instagram, have a pressure to be of a particular size. Remember, just because you're thin doesn't mean you're healthy. If you're, it's important to be healthy and fit, and the byproduct should be weight loss. So if you're able to climb couple of floors, you're able to climb a slope without huffing and puffing. You have energy. Your skin is glowing. Your hair is beautiful, and then you're thin. Then you're healthy. But if you're weak, tired, you have mood swings, bad periods, that just shows that you're not healthy. Just because you're thin doesn't make you healthy and fit. Healthy and fit is when you have all the other attributes which I've just told you.
Absolutely. And also, if you could repeat for us what you said about diets, like you mentioned, you need to figure what your body likes and it is not able to handle or is sensitive to. So, a lot of people out there are following ketos, vegan, or even, these paleo diets and all of that stuff. So, what would you have to say for these people?
So, firstly, keto diet was made for people who had diabetes and epilepsy, which is a major health issue. It was not made for normal public to follow it. So, if you don't have a health issue, don't follow it. Again, you should follow a diet that suits your lifestyle. So, if you're a kind of person who likes to eat 3 meals and 2 snacks, go ahead and do it. If you're a kind of person who skips a breakfast and automatically goes in intermittent fasting, then go ahead and do it. The key is you shouldn't be like 16 hours, oh shit, I'm hungry, but no, 1 hour is left for my intermittent, then it doesn't suit you. So do a diet that suits your lifestyle. Include fruits, vegetables, healthy dal, chawal, roti, apna chicken, fish khao. Nobody has gained weight eating all those fruits.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about you. And this is the one of the reasons why I follow your Instagram as well,
Mm-hmm.
is because there's so many nutritionists out there giving these strict rules saying that don't eat this, cut this off completely. And what
No.
happens is people do see a change. They do lose a lot of weight. But what they don't realize is that weight is immediately going to come back. Or the fact that you can't really maintain something that way because that's not your normal healthy way of living. So I
Yes.
think everything that you've shared with us today is so basic, so informative, as well as
Thank you so much.
just, yeah, just so normal, like these are things probably all of us should know, but then we need a professional out there to kind of remind us that no, enough of trying to, check all these diets and trying to follow it. All you need to do is listen to your body and just eat healthy. I have last two questions before we end this. One is, during this time, how do you suggest people focus on their mental health through exercise and food? What do you think is, especially for people who are completely not feeling up to it, they're having anxiety issues, they're having panic attacks, they're living alone, what would you suggest to help them?
So increase food that increase your happy hormones. So if you exercise, endorphins increase, which is a happy hormone. If you eat right, your dopamine increases. So do things that make you feel happy. Do deep breathing. Make sure you're exercising for 1 hour in the day. With regarding food, there are certain foods that make you happy. Food such as like a banana, potatoes. This whole mistaken fact that they make you fat. Please get out of it. Avocados. When you have good fats in your diet, like nuts and seeds, you will actually be a happier person. Remember, sugar is just like an effect of cocaine. It's like a drug. It just makes you feel momentary happy, not long run happiness. So, in order to
Right.
remain healthy and be happy, become healthy and fit, guys. Nothing is a bigger high than looking at yourself feeling full of energy and happiness. That's where you have achieved your goal of living a beautiful human life.
Thank you so much. I think you have covered, especially all of my doubts. Everything that I'd written down for you, I think you've answered it perfectly. And I think I've taken out a lot of information from this. We can also go through any of the questions if you want to answer anything. But otherwise, I'm really content and happy with every
I guess
question.
I guess the live was good enough. I think we did for 1 hour and people just
Yes,
kept
I think we've
increasing.
covered
It,
everything. Yes.
I mean, I would love to. You narrated and flowed it so well. Thank you so much for having me. And people have questions. You can message me privately. I think it will be
Yes,
fine. I'll
yes.
be happy to reply or follow my page. You'll get most of your answers. And eat for the body
Yes,
you
so
want,
guys,
guys. Eat
yes,
for
so
the body you
guys, if
want.
you can if you can see the top left corner, you will see Neha's name and her handle. So you can just click on it, go to her profile. You can ask her all the remaining questions that you all want to. You all can also subscribe to her and get every all the
Thank
help
you
that
so
you
much.
need. And thank you so much for having come here and helping all of us.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Okay,
nice day.
bye. Take care. Bye.